Hi, welcome to ProgrammingKT. If you are planning to prepare to crack coding round or upskill your coding knowledge, this playlist is for you. In this playlist, I am explaining about all problems that are asked in product-based companies and service-based companies. I am explaining. So, if you did not subscribe ProgrammingKT, please subscribe my channel and hit on bell icon. Then you will never miss notifications from ProgrammingKT. So let me start with the first problem. So in this video I am explaining about the problem is reverse a given array. So if the input will be like this, we need to provide result, output like this. Exactly reversed array from that given input array. So we can write logic for this problem in two approach by using new array, and second approach is swapping. So let me write logic for both approaches, then we can analyze time complexity and space complexity, and which one is the best approach, recommended approach. So first one is by creating new array. So let me take first an input source, that is input array, integer array. I am taking array name is array, and I am taking these elements as well. So I am taking input as it is and assigning to the array. So now input is ready. So let me write logic for reverse array. So here what I am trying to do, I am assigning, I am looping the array from end of the source array. So at the time of iterating from end to beginning, I am assigning, I will create a new array and I will assign index starting from 0 to end of that array. So let me create a new array. It will give duplicate name, compilation error. I am taking new array. So of length exactly the exact length of source array, or else I can declare here, then we can reuse that. So I have length here, so directly I can specify length here. So now new array is ready. So what I am trying to do here I can change logic. So I am iterating reverse from end to begin. So length minus 1, here I can remove array. So length minus 1, why? Because array index starting from 0. Once we provide, we did not provide length minus 1, we will get index out of bound exception. That's why I am specifying minus 1. So at the time of iterating from end to begin, I am assigning variables into, elements into new array from begin to end. For that I need to declare one more variable here with starting value. Here I need to decrease it, and here I need to, element j I need to increment. J is the starting index for new array and I is the ending index for source array. So this is the logic for reverse array by using creating new array. So here I am getting compilation error. So now compilation error also gone. So now let me try to print that array. The array is reversed or not. So this is our target array. Try to print it. So at the time of, we can't print array in Java directly. Instead of that, we can use one of the utility class called arrays dot toString of integer type. So now let me remove this. So now the array is reversed. Exact output we are getting, right? 087615432. So this is the first approach by creating new array. Here let me analyze space complexity and time complexity. Here space complexity here n plus n. Input is of input array size of n. Again we are creating new array of size n. The space complexity here it is 2n. So if we imagine each element is taking of memory size 1 KB. Here I am saying for imaginary purpose only, not exact count of memory. So each element is taking 1 KB. For 10 elements it will take 10 KB. So we are creating one more extra array, right? For that also 10, exactly 20 KB it will take. So I am saying imaginary purpose, for understanding purpose imaginary I am saying. So next one will be time complexity. Time complexity here it is, we are iterating exactly n times. So depending on array size, if it is 10 times we are looping, 100 times, like that. Depending on array length I am trying to loop it. So space complexity here, time complexity here n, depending on array length. So let me optimize both space complexity and time complexity by using second approach called swapping. So let me implement logic for swapping. So swapping logic I am trying to implement like first element will be moved to n minus 1th index. Last element will move to 0th index, like that. Second element will move to n minus 2. N minus 2 element will move to second index, like that. I am trying to build the logic. So for that let me create for loop again. So here I am trying to loop exactly length by 2. This will only decrease our time complexity. So then what I am trying to do, I am trying to store a 0th index element into a temporary variable. Why? Because when I am trying to assign, if I can directly assign n minus 1th index array, index element to 0th index, it will override. Here I can say if I can assign 0 to directly in 0th index, 2 will be override. So there will be a data loss. So to prevent that, for safety purpose, first we need to store that 0th indexed element in separate space. Here I am taking variable called temp. So then once I have that safe place 0th element, then I am trying to assign 0th index to n minus 1th index element, array of length minus I plus 1. Then this is the to find n minus 1th index count logic. So now n minus 1th index position I am trying to assign that temporary stored 0th element, 0th index element. So this is the logic about swapping. So let me try to print that array. So now again I need to use arrays utility class, array start to string of int array. So here I am reversing with array only. So let me try to run. So same result I am getting. So instead of that, let me print before how it is looking, after how it is looking, and separate with some symbol. Here I can call it as a swapping, and let me write one more sysout before how it is looking. Here it is the source array, this is the new array. So let me try to run one more time. So first one is by creating new array, second one is swapping. So same result I am getting. Let me analyze time complexity and space complexity for second approach. So if we can consider here time complexity, I am decreasing by 2. Here let me try to print here. So space complexity, I am not creating new array. So I am taking only one extra variable here to store that, I mean to overcome, to store the data in temporary variable. I mean otherwise we will lose the data. That's why I am creating only one extra variable. We can consider it as a constant of 1. So second will be time complexity will be by 2. So exactly I am decreasing half of that, I mean size of that array. If array contains 100 elements, 50 times we are decreasing the time complexity. Comparing with previous one, this is the best approach and recommended approach. So we can observe internally how it, if we have interest how it is working internally. Let me write this out, then you can understand. I mean how many times iterate, I mean it is taking, I mean it is iterating to reverse that array. We can, and we can check here. So I can call it as a iteration count, and let me write one more sys out for to check how exactly it is, I mean reversing. So here iteration count for new array. So with this logic, I mean with this sys out, we can understand more how it is exactly executing internally. So let me maximize the console. So here it, you can observe we have array of length 9. We are iterating exactly 9 times. So first iteration, 0th element, this is the source array, I mean new array integer type, we have default values. So by default we don't mention any values, it will, I mean array will initialize with the default values called 0. So from here onwards we are assigning elements from end, I mean starting to end. So first we are assigning 0th element from that input source. Second time we are assigning n minus 1, I mean here I can say n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 7, n minus 4 6, like that. So like that we, I mean keep on increasing. So this is the internal execution of first approach by using create new array. So second approach is we are not looping from start to end, we are looping half of that array. When first element is replaced with last element, I mean first element move to last, last element move to first. So instead of 0 we can replace with some other element, then we can understand why, because here we can confuse default values with 0. Instead of that I can replace 12, then let me run. So now it will be better. So here exactly it is iterating 4 times. So half of the time complexity we can decrease it by using swapping approach. So this is the internal working of reversing array. So and moreover the time complexity also we can minimize. So if you found the content is valuable, please subscribe ProgrammingKT and hit on bell icon. Then you will never miss this kind of programming language, I mean logics from ProgrammingKT. Thank you.